Sensational 7 is brought to you by Game Masters.
In this week's Sensational 7, I'm beginning to wonder if the Tri-States might just be Championship Central. More on that in a minute. Let's start with Griggsville Perry baseball in the Class 1A sectional against Pawnee. In a classic pitcher's duel, sophomore Mitchell Main kept his team alive by tossing out an attempted steal at second. When a playoff game is scoreless, you can't go wrong with some solid defense. Q&D's bid for a sectional title looked lost against Williamsville in the final inning, but the Raiders made quick work of their two-run deficit as Zach Bailey and Nick Reichert both collected RBI hits to tie the game at 6 apiece. The inning wasn't over, however. Chris Dietrich plated the go-ahead run from third with his groundout. It wasn't fancy, but enough to get the job done as Q&D took a 7-6 decision and a sectional title as well. At number 5, Keokuk and Holy Trinity played a game for the ages to open the playoffs. The Crusaders trailed 1-0 in the final minute of regulation until Emily Lewis put just enough under her shot to tie the game with just 22 seconds to play. After a pair of scoreless overtimes, Holy Trinity eventually won on penalty kicks to advance. With its season on the line, Payson Seymour softball stepped up big time against Calhoun in super sectional play. Sarah White doubled home a run and Lacey Hagerbomber plated 2 more on an error to give the Indians a late 3-2 edge. After a scoreless 7th, Payson booked its trip to the state tournament for the very first time. It's no secret that the Jacksonville Crimsons are lightning quick, but they decided to remind everybody at the state track meet. Nick Schippel anchored the winning 4x100 relay team as he, James Jackson, Ricky Nieves, and Reggie Bratton set a state record at the time of 41.67. Speaking of Reggie Bratton, he won first place in the 100-meter sprint by clocking a 10.63. Another local state champion in Missouri pole vaulting as Hannibal senior Christian Locke couldn't be beat in the Class 3 state meet. After a third-place finish last year, Locke ended his high school career with a trip to the top of the podium. And at number 1, marked down 28 wins and a state title. The Q&D Lady Raiders overcame a slow start against Manteno and ended up with a 3-0 shutout on the state's biggest stage. By taking home the championship trophy, Q&D becomes the first school in IHSA history to win a state title in the fall, winter, and spring athletic seasons of the same school year. And that's your Sensational 7.